late and you come home curly. Sometimes you don't come home at all. What in the world has come over you? What in heaven's name have you done? You've broken the speed of the sound of loneliness. You're out there running just to be on the run. I got a heart that burns like a fever. I got a weak and a jealous mind. How can a love that'll last forever get left so far behind? What in the world has gone over you? What in heaven's name have you done? Broken the speed of the sound of loneliness. You're out there running just to be on the run. It's a mighty mean and a dreadful sorrow. Cross the evil line today. How can you ask about tomorrow when we ain't got one word to say? What in the world has come over you? What in heaven's name have you done? Broken speed of the sound of loneliness. You're out there running just to be on the run. What in the world has come over you? And what in heaven's name have you done? You've broken the speed of the sound of loneliness. You're out there running just to be on the run. You're out there running just to be on the run. You're out there running just to be on the run.
Kelly Hunt, Brandon Day,
John
John Prine, Sound of the Speed of Loneliness.
I think
Beautiful, my friend.
We just broke it. We just set a record.
That was
some kind.
That was Lonely Mach 4. Warp Factor, super sad.
Yeah.
Yeah, baby. Cool daddy-o. Cool daddy-o.
Oh, there ain't no life like mountain life. Ain't no life like mountain life. Oh, there ain't no life like mountain life. Ain't no life like mountain life. Oh, there ain't nowhere like mountain air. Ain't nowhere like mountain air. Oh, there ain't nowhere like mountain air. Ain't nowhere like mountain air. Have a party. Oh, there ain't no girls like mountain girls. Ain't no girls like mountain girls. Oh, there ain't no girls like mountain girls. Ain't no girls like mountain girls. Oh, there ain't no love like mountain love. Ain't no love like mountain love. Oh, there ain't no love like mountain love. Ain't no love like mountain love. Play some more. Oh, there ain't no life like mountain life. Ain't no life like mountain life. Oh, there ain't no life like mountain life. Ain't no life like mountain life. Play it out.
I love ending on the borrowed 3.
It's
so great.
You're welcome. I mean, you got to share sometimes. This is a song about a small place near my hometown. This one's actually in Washington State. If you've ever been on Highway 26 in Washington, you may have driven through Washtuckna. And this is a little song about that place.
I love it. Take us there.
Well, out in the old Palouse, there's a town still resolute. They've only had one store, whose doors don't work no more. Drive by it you may, yes, no one's gonna cry, but you'll miss my favorite place and the Washtuckna Wall. Washtuckna Waltz was the last song played by many traveling bands back in the day. Don't it sound homey and old? Well, there's not much to do except the Washtuckna Waltz. Play it pretty now. Well, out in that old Palouse, there's a town still resolute. They've only had one store, whose doors don't work no more. Drive by it you may, yes, no one's gonna cry, but you'll miss my favorite place and the Washtugna Waltz. Washtugna Waltz was the last song played by many traveling bands back in the day. Don't it sound homey and old, where there's not much to do except the Washtugna Waltz. Washtugna Waltz was the last song.
Yeah, man. Beautiful, beautiful tune.
Oh, thank you.
Folks, Rachel Lovelace premiering in a public venue. I'll wait for you. Take it.
I'll wait for you by the riverbed till skin sinks into the morning dew. I'll wait for you on the side of a cliff, callous my hands to reach the sledge. All rivers lead to the ocean, all rivers become the sea. I'll add salt to water, I'm tired from my dreams. All rivers lead to the ocean, like we were meant to be. Don't let me die alone, I'm scared of what I'll see. I'm scared of what I'll see. I'll wait for you, a shard of glass dulls its edges, eroding the past. I'll wait for you, like a flower waits for sun, through the bitter depths of winter, not knowing when to bud. All rivers lead to the ocean, all rivers become the sea. I'll add salt to water, I'm tired from my dreams. All rivers lead to the ocean, like we were meant to be. Don't let me die alone, I'm scared of what I'll see. All rivers become the sea. I'll wait for you as long as it takes, like a mountain patiently stands by the lake. I'll wait for you, and when the time comes, we'll drift away like otters and become the stars. All rivers lead to the ocean, all rivers become the sea. I'll add salt to water, I'm tired from my dreams. All rivers lead to the ocean, like we were meant to be. Don't let me die alone, I'm scared of what I'll see. I'm scared of what I'll see. All rivers become the sea.
Beautiful.
Thanks.
Beautiful, my friend. Rachel Lovelace, tell us about that song.
Yeah, so I just remembered this the other day that I wrote this song when Kirsty was in the Tetons on tour with an artist named Olive Klug. And they were in the Tetons, and she was sending me pictures and stuff. And
I met Olive when she was here in Folk Alliance. When they were here. Yeah.
Yeah, they're amazing.
Yeah.
And I just the Tetons just have like a very special place in my heart, and so I was just missing it, you know. And next year we're planning on summiting the Grand Teton, and so I was like, you know, this feeling of waiting for that moment, you know.
Yeah. When you and I rehearsed this song a little bit ago, you also mentioned that it held something special for someone in your family.
Yeah, my grandmother, I performed this song for her a couple months ago when I got to see her, and my sister was telling me that she was asking my grandmother, like, what are you going to do when you get to heaven? And my grandmother said that she was going to go see her, I'm going to go see my honey, is what she said. Because unfortunately my grandfather passed away very, very young. And so, yeah, she was just like, I'm gonna put him in my arms and say, why'd you leave me so early? So this song just like, I don't know, came about, and it makes me think of her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're tearing down the club where we used to tear it up. The photo booth where we used to kiss went up in an auction and down in the truck. But we're still dancing and we're still dreaming, and though those crowds may not be screaming, they've moved to other bars, found other constellations in Venus, Mars, and other stars. Go down south where boots keep knocking, small guitars keep a honky-tonkin', porch tunes and harmonies at the old jalopy. I can't hear you in the chat. At the old jalopy.
Good job, Sherwag. That was good. That was good.
At the old jalopy.
At the sorry, I knew that.
Dust the rust off your pants and clear the tear from your eye. Bring a flask, but buy a beer to wash away the grind. The songs will make you laugh and sing while the floorboards bend and wheeze. If you ask a pretty dress to dance, say, may I thank you, please. Go down south where boots keep knocking, small guitars keep a honky-tonkin', porch tunes and harmonies at the old jalopy. At the old jalopy. At the old jalopy. At the old jalopy. Bop, bop, ba-do-da-dee, beep, beep, beep-a-do-dee. walking. Small guitars keep a honky-tonkin'. Porch tunes and harmonies at the old jalopy. Oh, at the old jalopy. Oh, at the old jalopy. At the old jalopy. That's the first time that I had a dog barking on that song.
I just saw a basset hound.
It seemed like it really needs that.
Right? You know, I just felt like if you're doing it right, you have a basset hound sitting on your porch.
Definitely.
Howling along to the tune for this. I see it in the video.
It's the perfect song.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That I love when drummers do that to their cymbals. It's like a thing.
You give them the zing.
Zing!
Give 'em the zing!
I love that. I
Yeah.
freaking love that. Yes. Thank you. Thank you. I tried to explain that to a rock drummer one time, like this, like okay, I kind of need make a, and he's like, he had no, I could not walk him through it. Like it's like you take the thing, you flip it over.
It's part of the brush.
Yeah.
Situation.
Yeah.
For sure. 'Cause
Yeah.
You got the
Yeah.
right, but then you got the
Yes, that.
you know.
Rock drummers, take note.
Thunder rolling in, bad for the dog, but good for the garden. Lately I cannot find sleep, for the The full harvest moon and a bone have sure found me. Katydids and katydids, crumbs on the porch and the roaches eat like princes. I'm not easy, but I can be had. This election season's got me feeling pretty damn bad. Blazing prairie star, you think you're going far, filling up all your nights, singing to an empty bar. Heaven sent in heaven, I'm flying towards the sun. I might just make a habit of burning up. Oh, I might just make a habit of burning up. Gas tank full at last, lead foot on the pedal after spending all my cash. Cause I'm a stoner and I don't smoke cigs, but light another dart, you'll soon find out. Tout le monde fumait, smoking, turning lungs slack. All those ice cream cones will give you a heart attack. How hard the next day whiskey will smack. Sometimes the things you love don't love you back. Well, sometimes the things you love don't love you. Blazing prairie star, you think you're going far, filling up all your nights, singing to an empty bar. Heaven sent in heaven, I'm flying towards the sun. I might just make a habit of burning up. Oh, I might just make a habit. Blazing prairie star, you poor damn bleeding heart, blowing kisses every night to big brick walls. Heaven sent in heaven, I'll give it this my all. I might just make it someday, I might just fall. Oh, I might just make it someday, I might just fall. Oh, I might just make it someday.
Sorry, I had to do it.
Something is not the same.
That's right. Ladies and gentlemen, Christy Lynn, Rachel Lovelace, thanks so much for joining us tonight.
Thank you for having
Story
us.
time. Season 2, episode 3.
Boy, did we get into some stories.
We got some stories going on. It was time for stories. We did that thing.
had lots of stories. 1, 2, 3, and
everybody's different. Everyone is not the same. Every person you know, every baby on the train, every conversation, a particular brain. Everybody's different. Everyone is not the same. Some people like dogs, other people like cats. Some people wear bras, other people wear hats. Some people get angry, a little bit about that. Some people like dogs, other people like cats. Everybody's different. Everyone is not the same. Every person you know, every baby on the train, every conversation, a particular brain. Everybody's different. Everyone is not the same. Wanna play it, EB? people get down where other people can't reach. Some people are made of a miscellany of each. Some people are brown, other people are peach. And everybody lives and everybody dies. Everybody gets scared sometimes and everybody cries. Everybody don't cherish the color of the clear blue skies. Everybody's different, but everybody dies. Everybody's different, everyone is not the same. Every person you know, every baby on the train, every conversation, a particular brain. Everybody's different, everybody's different, everybody's different, everybody's different. Everyone is not the same.
Beth Watts Nelson, you're so awesome. What a lovely tune. So tell me a little bit
Just
about
a
the
little.
competition, a little bit more about the competition. Tell me and how that song came to life. Did you write the song first? Did you write this, or it came before the competition or after the competition when you kind of saw parameters? How did that work?
Yeah, great question, Edie.
Why, thank you.
Well, yeah, no, I wrote that song. I read a quote by Ernest Hemingway where he says, in order to write a good book, you just have to start with one true sentence. And I thought, well, that's pretty good, right? That's a good idea. So I'll try and write a song. I'll try and start with one true sentence. And it's easier said than done.
Yeah.
Right?
I believe it.
So I was thinking, like, okay, try and writing something true. And like everything I would come up with, I think, well, that's not true all the time. And that's not true to every person.
Yeah.
You know, so
Yeah.
I wrote a lot of sentences and then ripped them up and threw them away. And then I landed on this saying that's a famous Watts family saying, actually. Everybody's
Really?
different. Yep.
There you go.
It applies in lots of different situations. And so, yeah, I wrote that. Every word in that song is true. Every sentence is true for every person.
There you go.
So there you go. And then I submitted it for the Walnut Valley, which is this big bluegrass festival down south here in the third weekend of September every year, and submitted it for the Songs for a Better World category, and it was selected.
Wow. Congrats,
Yeah,
my friend.
pretty cool.
So this song is called Kansas. And I wrote it, again, I used to live in New York, and when I was living there, you know, I would come back from time to time and loved being here, but loved being there, and there was something that drew me back. And this song is kind of about that place of being away from home and longing for home a little bit.
Ladies and gentlemen,
So here we go.
Alex Mallet, Kansas.
Subway station, rain inside. Don't make contact on the ride. Strangers with those empty stares, wishing that your seat was theirs. Had to get out, had to get out, had to get out, and back to Kansas. Nothing to do. Wide open road and an itch in my boot. Aim for the rainbow shaped like a brick. Rain comes down, those storms are electric. Had to get out, had to get out, had to get out of Kansas. Oh, there was always something else over that far horizon. Oh, there was always something else seemed to be calling out to me. Looking out that airplane window, feathered blue above, prairies below. Looking out that airplane window, feathered blue above, prairies below.
Yeah, man, that's so beautiful. What a beautiful song.
I was once a little girl too, so I know how it feels to be small, standing in your Easter dress, trying not to make a mess. And yes, I love my teddy bears and dolls, but there was one thing I loved most of all. Horses beautiful, horses gentle, long pretty mane shining in the sun. Horses powerful, horses all muscle, horses free when they run. That's why little girls love horses. See, I had this disease that made my whole body hurt. So no cartwheels and no climbing trees for me. But I had my mother's piano, couldn't make a big old noise. Had horses running through my dreams. When I drew them, sometimes I gave them wings. Horses beautiful, horses gentle, long pretty mane shining in the sun. Horses powerful, horses all muscle, horses free when they run. That's why little girls love. That's why little girls love. 'Cause to the world you may be just a little thing, but to yourself you are big as the world. Something in a horse's eyes is just the same as a little girl's. Horses beautiful, horses gentle, long pretty manes shining. Horses powerful, horses all muscle, horses
Oh my gosh. A 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Yeah. I'm so glad that song's over, though. It's a hard song. It's so hard. I was literally shutting go, okay, no. That's so hard. It's so hard. It's so hard.
Worth it.
Worth it, though. I played it right.
You did. Felt good.
Thank you. I'd like to thank everyone at the Academy.
What's it all worth anyway? Can you measure life in numbers? And if so, what's the fair rate of exchange? Do you know the price point for each new breath that you take? If you only had a moment left, what would you wanna say? How long does this ride last? Is there really any difference between our future and our past? Going through changes, hell, everybody's changing it seems. Well, you'll never be the person you are till you ditch the person you've been. Time doesn't know the shape we're in, though we keep trying our best to explain. Life is always dying to begin. What a strange and wondrous place we're in. What's it all worth anyway? I'd say a lot, but it's all about perspective these days. Don't let them tell you anything at all. Some people hit the ground running while others take a lifetime to crawl. And time doesn't know the shape we're in. That's fine, whatever's meant to be. I'm just trying my best to comprehend what a strange and wondrous place we're in. What a strange and wondrous place we're in.
Okay. If you don't like that song in the first 15 seconds, you're not going to like it. I mean, because it just...
It's a polarizer.
Right. I mean, honestly, it is. Because, still, like I said, there's so many times I listen to one of your songs and I go, oh, like a lyric jumps out, but you don't bury the lead anywhere in this song, right? It's just like straight from the...
goes right from the jump.
I even wrote it out because I wanted to make sure I read this lyric correctly because it's, what's it all worth anyway? Like, okay, can you measure life in numbers? Oh, I'm done. Wait, what? And then it goes, and if so, what's a fair rate of exchange? And I'm like, I need to listen right now. And then, do you know the price point for each new breath that you take?
14 is the answer.
Is it?
14.
Yeah. Carry the one. Yeah.
Let me tell you something true. It's hell on earth when I'm with you. You got me screaming till I'm blue. But nothing is gained, there's nothing to lose. I don't mind that you cry all the time. I think it's funny, don't you see? And I don't mind, you like to waste my time. You take all your problems, you blame them on me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let me count the ways you deny me heaven. 8, 9, 10, 11. When I get to 12, you know I'll be stepping. There's 13 reasons why I'm not there. 13 reasons why I don't care. Said you're the reason why I'm not there. You're the reason why I don't care. So I don't mind that you cry all the time. I think it's funny, don't you see? And I don't mind, you like to waste my time. You take all your problems and blame them on me. Come on, Evie. that you cry all the time. I think it's funny, don't you see? And I don't mind, you like to waste my time. You take all your problems, you blame them on me. You take all your problems, you blame them on me. So take all your problems, just blame them on me.
Joshua James! What's up, my man? Greetings, senor.
Hey, wonderful being here. Thank you for having me.
Welcome! Dude, so awesome to have you. Man, so first off, as a newbie, as a first-timer, as all the things to first time here at Storytime, hanging out with me at the EBLounge, I would love to ask this question. So 2 trains, one leaving Chicago, one leaving New York City.
I'm somewhere in Delaware.
Boom! Nailed it. You know, I had a feeling you knew the answer to this one.
Yeah,
So
I
crushed
studied
it.
the math book before I showed up.
I read maths. I read math things.
I can spell the word math.
That's better than me. Is that with 1 or 2 Z's? I can't remember. 4 Z's. That's, you know what?
4, baby.
Oh, there it is. There it is. Man, boom. Man, brother, it's good to have you. So what was the first thing when you walked into the great EB Tavern? What was the first thing that caught your eye?
Oh, I mean, the giant skull back here. What are you talking
I mean,
about?
Sid is rather prominent, isn't he? Sid the second.
Well, first of all, if you have not been here, which I'm sure most of you have not, this whole room is so sick. It's like walking onto a theater set. It's really cool.
Thanks, man. Thank you. Thanks, dude. We go for immersion around here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I feel like I'm way back in time.
Oh my
somewhere.
gosh, that's awesome.
I was once a Union soldier, marching into war. My rifle on my shoulder, I dreamed of Illinois. My cavalry was called in to fight at Gettysburg. We marched into the devil's den. I said my final words. My only regret is that I didn't get to buy her wedding ring. But I'll go down standing in the middle of everything. Well, I came back as an outlaw, robbing dime stores, banks, and trains. I made my way to Arkansas from the Oklahoma plains. The sheriff and his posse put a bounty on my head. 200 if you caught me, 150 if I was dead. Clerk shot me down in a nowhere town outside of Eureka Springs. Found guilty of standing in the middle of everything. Well, one day I came back again in the bottom of the 8th. The manager called to the pen so I could get the safe. I stood there on the rubber and stared down DiMaggio. I let go of my cutter as hard as I could throw. But the Yanks cleared the bench when the pen was clenched on the back of old Joe's swing. And I was there standing in the middle of everything. Well, I was playing for the tip jar down at the Hooch and High when the old man who was tending bar asked me to step outside. He said that he remembered me from a life so long ago. We sailed across the 7 seas to the Gulf of Mexico. He said, I thought you'd be an astronaut, a preacher or a king, but here you are standing in the middle of everything. I followed back my footsteps to where it all began. I wrestled with the retrospective history of man, and in a rest stop east of Paxico, written on a bathroom stall, I found out what I need to know about the meaning of it all. He said, don't waste your time trying to find the right lines. Just open your mouth and sing. Be happier standing in the middle of everything. Be happier standing in the middle of everything.
Ladies and gentlemen, Rachel Lovelace.
Hello.
Oh, what's the point of hoping when all hope is lost? And what's the good of trying if it comes at a cost? Oh, I've done everything between tears and medicine, and there just ain't no relief to find. Winter wind, she's blowing, the snow is new and soft. The gin inside my glass looks like a crystal ball, and I see endless cold, but I feel heat in my bones. At least I'm feeling anything at all. What's the point of hoping when all hope is lost? And what's the good of trying if it comes at a cost? Oh, I've done everything between tears and medicine, and there just ain't no relief to find. 5 o'clock means darkness now, lights fill up the homes. Walking down my street, people inside look glad and warm, but this heart knows no home, just a lonely wandering soul. But the pup sat by the doors, the best companion I could have asked for. Oh, what's the point of hoping when all hope is lost? And what's the good of trying if it comes at a cost? Oh, I've done everything between tears and medicine, and there just ain't no relief to find. Incense smoke and candle wax curl up around the room. I took down all those pictures of me and you. Now there's so much empty space to fill up around this place, and the mirrors reflect the fact that I've been replaced. And there just ain't no relief to find.
Thank you again. And I want to tell you from the bottom of my heart, what you're doing, it matters.
Thank you.
Never give up on it.
Nice.
Where did the time go? The kids in the prime, yeah, they were living. Just a high-class broad and a down-home but-chucking musician. It wasn't a cakewalk. There were many who desired a favor. He carved out a place in her heart on a spearmint lifesaver. She's a bright light, and her rebellion encompassed his nature. In those times they found joy so bold. When you loved, it just can't be controlled. Like a rift that is deep in your soul. You never give up on it. They found themselves moving from the east coast to the west. The parents never gave the blessing. They'll come around eventually, I guess. Had themselves 2 boys, a loving home to build a dream. Holidays at Dairy Queen. Money was tight, but the love was all they need. And boy, it came, a soliloquy after refrain, as if happiness showed you the way to cut through all of a youth's malaise. And joy so bold. When you loved, it just can't be controlled. Like a rift that is deep in your soul. You never give up on it. Never give up on it. We got a lot of nerve standing up to the darkness. To say positivity conquers all fears. And if all of their years are leading up to passing on the things that they've learned, now all of their children are all grown up, and they wanted you to know that they heard loud and clear. I say they made it, a 1 in a million shot that found its way. From the first look they ever exchanged to counting all the wisdom in their grace. Love like a river. Them 2 honey bunnies turned that tide. From a busted up Pontiac ride to a new pickleball court in their drive. And boy, they say good health is a true wealth these days, and belief is all that it takes. Keep cutting out sugar just to be safe. And joy so bold. When you loved, it just can't be controlled. Like a rift that is deep in your soul. You never give up on it. Oh, joy so bold. When you loved, it just can't be controlled. Like a rift that it's deep in your soul. You never give up on it.
Fox and Bones, Sarah Vitor, Scott Gilmore. What an absolute delight. What an absolute pleasure to have you all join us tonight.
She circled the wagons, she didn't give me a chance. She pulled my heart out with a seismic glance. And this race was over before it even began. If I was a horse, they'd shoot me, but I'm only a man. And if I had a designer, he was well equipped. He was tried and tested, and he stuck to the script. He drank a bottle of brandy before he drew up my plans. If I was a house, they'd knock me down, but I'm only a man. I get lost in translation, I fly into a rage, I splatter affection all over the page. But This is no love story. We're not Jack and Diane. If I was a letter, you'd return me, but I'm only a man. And the songs of fondness carry me up towards the planets. Then the songs of numbness send me crashing back down to earth. I'd catch the stars if they'd help me know what you're thinking. If I could paint your dreams, then I would, for all that it's worth. But I can't. Now it's 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm lying here on the floor, waiting for an answer, for your knock at the door. But you're on greener pastures, you've slipped through my hands. Still, if I had wings, I'd fly to you, but I'm only a man.
Yeah, man. Beautiful. Pat Byrne, Beth Watts Nelson. Folks, I'm EB. You're in the EB Lounge, and we are rocking the very first episode of Season 2 of Storytime. And what an episode it is already. Like, just, these are just beautiful songs by both of you. They're absolute delight to play. We've got so many of our good friends who are hanging out with us here in chat, and some new ones as well joining us. And the whole idea, the very idea of this convoy, EB Convoy, is so that friends of Pat's can meet friends of Beth can meet friends of Pat's, and all the friends that I buy off to be my friends can meet all the rest of y'all. So thanks so much for... No, I'm kidding. You guys are great friends. They actually, they're really cheap. They just take pizza rolls. Yeah.
I better get some pizza rolls.
I know.
Let's talk of pizza rolls.
I know.
Make me
I better
hungry.
deliver, right? Yeah. I don't actually have any pizza rolls. I should just
It's okay.
like promises, EB. Dude, what a beautiful song. I remember you as I grabbed the lyrics to send to Beth a little bit earlier when we were prepping, and I think there was a link or something basically or a description on the Bandcamp page where the lyrics were. It's like, oh, this is basically about feeling inadequate. I'm like, yeah, that sounds about right. That song, does that come from anything in particular background, this song, or tell us where that song comes from?
Sometimes, you'll just feel compelled to write a song. You're like so emotional or whatever, and there's something going on in your life and you want to sit down and write about it. This one was more like I heard a line that I liked in a movie, and I was like, I'm going to write a song about that. And I was actually in a cafe with earphones in and just sat there for a couple of hours and wrote it. The movie was Herself, which is a independent Irish movie. It's great. It's about the housing crisis in Ireland, where a lot of people, the government will put them up in hotels because they can't afford homes.
Oh, wow.
And so it's about this single mother, and she spends her days as a house cleaner for several rich people. And one of them is like this female doctor, and she arrives at work one day and the lady is passed out in her bathroom, and she's like going through some medical thing. And the maid is like, is everything okay? Will I call a doctor or whatever? And she's like, no, if I was a horse, they'd probably shoot me, but I'm only human or whatever.
Yeah.
And so I just thought that, because...
Such a great line.
Yeah, I think everyone feels inadequate.
Yeah.
A lot of the time. And that line just stuck out. I was like, oh, I wonder if I could write a song based around that sentiment.
Yeah.
And then just all these other things started coming.
Yeah. So it was basically kind of like the hook that got you going, and you just ran with it.
Yeah, she said like I'm only human or something, but
Yeah.
only a man
Yeah.
just fit better, and then that was.
Oh, don't worry, we won't rat you out to the movie, the studio.
I wish they
Stereo
even
Line.
cared,
Right? So if you've seen the video that I have like 3 seconds of what I 100% believe is fair use in Convoy. If you've never been to you could probably guess just by seeing the decor of the house. But I literally have on my sofa a giant
Middle
fleece map of Middle Earth, right? So I'm a bit of a Lord of the Rings fan, just saying. And so I really wanted to stick where there's we crossed the line with 1,000 screaming trucks. There's a scene where my favorite scene in all 3 of the 12 hours of Lord of the Rings, the extended cuts, because really, what other cut is there? But point being, where Gandalf shows up at Helm's Deep, on the 7th day, look to the east, and then they do. It's the 7th day, and then Gandalf storms down with Éomer and like thousands of badass dudes on horses.
That's in the video?
It's like 3 seconds. Yeah,
Oh.
yeah. So I say that, and I put credit in there just to say from New Line Cinema, just to cover my bases.
Peter Jackson's like, where's all this extra money coming from?
Whoa, I got a Venmo ding of 3 cents? What? What's going on?
I just saw
EB Convoy.
I saw maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago in Chicago, the Lord of the Rings musical. Have you seen it?
I saw you post, how was it, please?
Look, of course it's impossible.
Yeah.
So I mean, it was
How
way
do you
too
put-
ambitious.
Epic.
Right, sure.
But I had a really good time. Like if you were to judge it on its own merit, it's not a good musical. But it's
There he is.
It's Friday night, you're all alone. It's butterfly in your soul. He's not here, you're letting go to a place that's down the road. I said down the road, down the road. I said down the road, down the road. I said down the road, down the road. What do you need? It's not around. It's not a ring or a wedding gown. So leave this place, this dusty town. I know a space where you can be found. It's just down the road, down the road. It's just down the road, down the road. It's just down the road, down the road. A starry night, a warm glow. You see a light you've always known. Without fear, you boldly go. Well, it's not too far, it's just down the road. I said down the road, 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 down the road. Oh, just down the road, down the road. I'm just down the road, down the road. I'm just down the road, down the road. Oh.
That's such a fun song to jam on, man. That's such a great tune to jam.
It's such a freaking. I love that.
It's
song.
a jam.
That's
It's a jam.
That's when we play live. Like that's like we all like jump in the air. We're like.
And then one where you said you could teach the audience to do like an echo kind of thing too, yeah?
So normally we end it with this really so like down the road, and the audience goes down the road.
Oh, that's so awesome.
Yeah.
A lovely frame with a head of yellow hair. My Fenya dear glinds round the room. Her naked face glows with an organic light. The only paint she wears is on her nails. Fenya, my dear, what do you fear with eyes full of stars and a life in early years? Your canvas is covered in blues and in reds, but you can always start again. The way she sips her tea of honey and chamomile, you know there's a secret under her tongue. 1,001 have fallen under her spell, but Fenya refuses all of their love. It's okay to open up, don't be afraid of the past. Give yourself another chance. Fenya, my dear, what do you fear with eyes full of stars and a life in early years? Your canvas is covered in blues and in reds, but you can always start again.
I'm leaving tomorrow for a date with the stars in the world's fastest hot air balloon. Keep the George Strait cassette tape I left in your car, 'cause I won't be back anytime soon. And buy cheap libations from the Texaco station off of southbound I-35, and come bid adieu to the man you once knew as I set off on the ride of my life. For Aspirin, at Astra, I'm a propane-propelled pioneer. For Aspirin, at Astra, our problems look small from up here. My vessel will fly through these October skies to give me an aerial view from the Sea of Japan to the Grand Coulee Dam. Sayonara, my terrestrial blue. And I'll turn the page on the wars that we waged as I float on light lighter than air. And remember you best in that blue satin dress as you dance through Lafayette Square. For aspirin, at Astra, I'm a propane-propelled pioneer. For aspirin, at Astra, our problems look small from up here. So I'm thankful for my worst mistakes. They're the ones that brought me. And every time my heart did break, my journey got a little more clear. For aspirin, at Astra, I'm a propane-propelled pioneer. For aspirin, at Astra, our problems look small from up here. And one day the wind will blow me back again, and I'll slowly float down from the moon. And I'll see you with bells and a story to